Yo, Counterattack podcast with myself, Daps. Um, guys, what's up? What's up? I've got two cameras. So, yeah, I'm just trying something different. So these are going to be like my little Counterattack shorts, which are literally going to be short little bits of content where I literally just talk about any and everything. So it could be what's hot in the news today, or it could be something that you guys have commented. So make sure you comment on these videos and then that I wish to, talk on. So, yeah, guys, as always, make sure you like, subscribe, share. I think the commenting, I keep saying that, is the most important part because I'm going to be getting back to you guys. I'm going to be, if you throw in there, what do I think of this? Talk about this. I'm going to make a quick video. And the more you guys comment, the more I have to talk about. So hopefully, you guys start commenting and then I'll be making videos every other day with the hope to make this every day. I want to do it every day. I've got the studio to do it. So, hopefully we can just get that popping. So, yeah. So guys, let me know what you guys think of this idea. This is going to be my first of many. So this week I should be a man of my word and, stick to giving you at least 3 videos. Including the normal podcast is still going to be there, by the way. The podcast with players, the podcast with Lamin, Spence, Michael, whoever, that's still going to be there. So, yeah. So today, I just wanted to touch on Connor Gallagher. So Connor Gallagher obviously has now gone to Crystal Palace and he's having a really, really good season where he's now been rewarded with this England call-up, which is deserved. And, it leads me to just thinking about how far he could go. I remember a couple seasons ago, so shout out Lau Taylor, who's at Nottingham Forest now. Lau Taylor was at Charlton, and I remember him telling me about Conor Gallagher. And he was saying that, no, this guy's got the ability to actually go on to the top. And I remember watching him after that thinking, for someone so young, he commands a sort of respect on the pitch because he's not afraid to get stuck in. He's not afraid to put himself about, but he's also got the quality on the ball to actually go on and do something. And I remember at Charlton, I think he was only there half a season. I think he might have had 5 or 6 goals. I'm not too sure about that. And that's a good return considering you did half a year and he's on loan from Chelsea. So you can actually see where he's actually come through in a team like Chelsea in regards to the way he plays and everything. So I think he went on loan to Swansea halfway through the season. And then last season was where a load of people actually got their exposure to Conor Gallagher. Because even in a West Brom team, and West Brom were poor, they were poor. Even in the West Brom team, he was able to still shine and still have a good season and still come with some sort of credit. And not many players were able to do that. Again, at the time, he's probably, 20 years old, maybe? I think he's 21 now. So he's probably about 20 years old at the time. He's still managing to do his bit and to not be, to not let the Premier League overcome him and just be another part of the, another part of the team that's gone down. He's able to, he's been able to play, and now he's at the point where Crystal Palace have brought him in on loan, which, to be honest, when I first saw that, and I'm so happy we have a podcast because it's back on the podcast, it's there, I was saying that's a good move. That's a very good move for Crystal Palace because I felt like Vieira, if he's given the time with some of the other recruits that he had brought in, I felt like that's the sort of, it was a match made in heaven because he needs somewhere where he can go and be an integral part of the system and the way they play. But equally, Crystal Palace needs someone that can chip in from midfield. And yes, they can, do the dirty work and all of that. Yes, and, he's an excellent team player, but he's also got the quality to just take it that step further and score the goals or maybe get an assist because they're overly reliant on Wilfred Zaha. So yeah, I'm that's happened, and he's got the call up now. And the thing is, what I was thinking about with England, I've got my little laptop here, got a couple notes because I'm not that good to be doing it off the top. But what I was thinking was, in regards to England, it's not solely about his ability. Is he good enough to play for England? Yes, he is good enough to play for England. Is he good enough right now to be a starter for England? Probably not. But that doesn't mean that he's not going to go on to be good enough. I think the problem that Connor Gallagher has is that he's got talented players in front of him. That's literally what it is. We're at a time now where England are stacked in regards to the midfielders. So off the top of your head, you've got Henderson, who scored the other day, who is, I think he's vice captain for England, and he needs to be there in regards to the senior players and experience. You've got Calvin Phillips, Declan Rice, I'm not going to lie to you, has over the last 6 months, he's really impressed me. Before, I thought he was good, but I didn't think he was this good. John Terry said he's the best in the world. He's not that good, but he's good. Got him. You've got Foden. You've got Jude Bellingham. You've got Mason Mount. And I don't even know. There's probably others. Ward-Prowse, who seems to be loved for whatever reason. Good player, but, conversation for another day. So he's got all of these players in front of him. So, and Emil Smith-Rowe now coming through. So now it's about, where does he fit in? And if he can get to the level where he's able to become a starter and become an integral part of the team. And from what I've seen of him and looking at the strides he's made over the last, 3 seasons, he's someone that looks like they just want to improve, looks like they love football, looks like they take in what the managers tell them, looks like they take in what they're taught just by playing the game. And he's that sponge player where he just laps it up, and he just wants to improve. So I think in the future, if he continues to improve how he's improving, he can be a big part of the team. But a lot of that will also depend on where he's playing his club football and the level he's playing at. So the problem he might have, not even he, the problem Chelsea might have at the end of the season is that he's going to put himself in the position to not only have Chelsea as his only option. I think, and I don't know anything, I think that if he continues to play how he's playing and to, keep putting in the performances he's putting in, Chelsea might have a problem keeping him. And when I say they might have a problem keeping him, it might be a thing where he doesn't want to be a bit part player. It might be a thing where he knows he can play week in, week out, and he's been exposed to playing week in, week out over the last 2 seasons. Yeah, over the last two and a half seasons, where he's just like, nah, I want to continue to do that. He might be thinking, you're not going to Ruben Loftus-Cheek me, because Ruben Loftus-Cheek, again, go and look at it back on the podcast or whatever. I've always been a big fan of Ruben, but Chelsea haven't always, given him the game time needed, or I feel Chelsea haven't always, not respected him, but appreciated him. And, he's been a bit part player here, gets loaned out there, comes back. He's doing his bits now, but there's that thing with Ruben Loftus-Cheek that they like him. He's one of their own, but he's disposable. And Conor Gallagher might look at that and think he doesn't want to be a part of that. But I think Chelsea next year actually do go on and maybe try to keep him. But like I said, there might be other teams in for him. There will be other teams in for him. Other teams who are higher than Crystal Palace, better teams than Crystal Palace, who might be looking at him thinking, you know what? That's worth a punt. He's worth a punt. Let's go and get him in and see what he could do. But overall, deserved call up for Conor Gallagher. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, I'm going to talk on that one in another video because I like Ruben Loftus-Cheek, and for too long people have been mugging him off, but we'll talk about that one another day. But yeah, guys, let me know that's this. Just a short video, just like that. We're done. But you guys just let me know what you think of it. Put in the comments what you think. Do Chelsea keep him at the end of the season? Does he go elsewhere? Does he deserve the England call up? In an ideal world, where would he play? Because England also have this thing where they don't really play people in their positions that we're known to see them in for their clubs. So, where does he play? What's his best position? Just let me know in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. Follow the Instagram because I will be clipping these up and putting it on Instagram as well. I'm trying to build up the engagement. I'm trying to give you all the football content that you need. So just let me know, guys, and that's it. I'm out.